So we are in a month in August, and people want to know what is going on in the Denver real estate market. Election is about to happen in about 3 months, and buyers or sellers are trying to figure out what should I do. So today in this video, I'm going to talk about what is happening in the Denver real estate market. Hey, if you know who I am, my name is Deepa Phillips, your Denver real estate agent. If it's your first time on my YouTube channel, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a buyer, seller, investor, have any other questions, what's happening in the Denver real estate market, leave a comment below. Before you leave, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. At the end of the day, I will be a realtor for life. So the Denver real estate market has been changing, and we have seen an uptick of active listings that happen. So going into August, we have active listings of 10,584, an increase by 3.62% the prior month. New listings we have 5,152, and decreased by 11.58%. So with active listings, seeing it has increased. The reason why active listings are increasing in the market because of the interest rate. And last Friday, if you're watching this video, interest rates have dipped below 7%. Active listings on the Denver market has increased because interest rates are high and buyers are waiting in the sideline, trying to figure out if it's a great time for me to buy a home now or I should wait. For new listings are decreasing because sellers who are putting the home on the market are trying to figure if I should put the home on the market now or should wait. Or sellers are trying to figure out, because with interest rates being so high, I don't want to put my home on the market because I might not get a lot of foot traffic or I might not get an offer that I need to purchase my home. So we have about 3,896 homes are pending, about to close. But closed homes with 3,708 is down 5.19% the prior month because of big factors, interest rates, and two, because election is coming up in about 3 months. And sellers are trying to figure out if they should put the home on the market now or they should wait after election. Right now, the market is just very strange because buyers and sellers are like on the sideline trying to figure out what I should do. Check this stat out. Average price for home is $801,000. Average days on market are 26 days. So $801,000 for detached home in Denver Metro, which is crazy. Usually when you get to like the 750 and above, you're getting close to almost that luxury market. And homes pre-pandemic or prior, like in 2019, 2020, average home price was between $400,000 and $450,000. Now average home price is $801,000. So average home prices in Denver is going up. It's not going up as much as it was during the pandemic, but it's still upticking, which is very, very pricey. In detached homes like condos and townhomes, the average price is $474,000. Average days on market is 33 days. So when you put in your home on the market, sellers, the average days on market looks like is between almost about 29 days for you to purchase a home. In a luxury market like $1 million or higher, is going to be like 40 to 45 days for you to get your home being under contract. And another factor we all know, as I said, interest rates are high and election is coming in 3 months. So people, like the market right now is still kind of like on a seesaw. Like people are out there buying homes. People are still selling their homes. But looks like the traffic of homes is going to probably decrease more and more when we get to election in November. So now I'm going to answer some questions because people were having questions of what is happening in the Denver market, and let's see what they had to say. Is Denver housing market expected to continue growing, or is there a risk of a downturn? To answer that question, yes, the Denver market is still growing because of many factors. One factor is because amount of job opportunities that's coming in the Denver metro area. Like Denver has so much land and they're building lots of infrastructure, like new housing, new commercial places for people to have jobs, and more tech and other jobs are coming in. Also, another reason people are moving into Denver because what Denver has to offer because of their outdoor activities. They go swimming, kayaking, snowboarding, skiing, hiking, many, many more activities what Denver has to offer. And also with the weather, 300 days of sunlight. So Denver right now is, next questions about affordability. And people want to know, what are the average home prices in Denver and how do you compare them to my budget? And the average home price in Denver right now is about $800,000 for a detached single family home. With rates now, if you have an annual income, you need about $144,000 to afford a home in this Denver metro market because of home prices have increased since after the pandemic. And also, like, another question someone had, are there any affordable neighborhoods or up and coming areas in Denver? And for Denver, these areas called Montebello, which is north of Aurora, it has seen an increased investment and development and is making it more attractive for first-time home buyers. Another place is Green Valley Ranch, which is next by DIA. Another location is Westwood, which is west of Denver. But if you have any other questions about places to live that's affordable for your budget, just leave a comment below in the video. Another topic someone talked about is interest rates. And people want to know about, like, how are the current interest rates affecting mortgage options in Denver. And right now, interest rates is below 7% because it went down this past Friday. The Feds decreased the interest rates. But also, what I've heard, that interest rates might decrease again later on this year. But if you are a buyer in this case, and if you are looking for a home, right now it's a good time to buy a home, depending on your situation, because right now lots of buyers are waiting on the sideline, and you don't want to be that buyer who is paying over asking like it happened during the pandemic. Because right now there are different options. Speak to a lender. There's a 3-2 buy down rate. What a 3-2-1 buy down rate is that, let's say for example, rate is 7%. You buy down 3%, it will be 4. The next year will be 5, and 6, and 7% after that rate expires. But during that time, rates should be feasible for you to refinance. Sellers, if you are, because I know a lot of sellers are built a lot of equity in their home, because this is the average price of equity in homes nationwide. It was about $200,000. And I know sellers are trying to sell their home over asking, sell their home over the list price because of what happened during the pandemic. And if you want to cash out your home, just, the market determines the home, not the agent. So price your home accordingly for you to get that buyer to sell home. Because as I said, with how rates are, what you're seeing is that uptick of more homes in the market, and buyers are having more opportunities to look at homes, because if you don't cooperate with that buyer might find another home just like yours and purchase a home. So be aware how much you are asking to put that home on the market. Next question is inventory and competition. And another question is that, is there a lot of competition for homes in Denver? And the answer is kind of like a yes and no situation. I think right now for buyers, kind of have an advantage. Like, yes, rates are high, but sellers are willing to work with you by concessions. They will work with you, or if you find a way for them to buy down your rate to purchase this home. For sellers, still a great time to put your home on the market. But, right now, a lot of sellers are trying to put their home on the market because they don't know what's going on with the market, and they want to cash out of the equity to build their home. But don't be that seller that it's waiting, because if you could find a buyer who's willing to purchase a home, find a way to make it applicable that both of you guys to agree. Just don't wait towards the spring or whenever you want to put it on the market, and you have lots of homes on the market, and it could bite you in the butt. But as I said, like with the inventory and the competition right now, as I said, it's kind of like a yes or no situation depending on your situation, if you're a buyer or seller. Another thing what they said is that, what is the average time of the home stays on the market in Denver? And as I said, it depends. So detached homes is about 26 days, and attached homes about 33 days, condo and single family home. Yes, rates do play a factor, because homes are not selling as fast like they were during the pandemic, because homes were selling fast, like in 3-4 days. But now with rates higher, market time of the home is increasing. And if you're a seller, don't get discouraged if you're not getting a lot of eyes on your home because of rates. Rates do play a factor. Property taxes and costs. What are the property taxes rate in Denver? So the property taxes rate in Denver is about 4.9%, and properties assessed by value, with the average person that is willing to pay between $1,800 to $2,500 a year for property taxes. So Denver does have one of the lowest property taxes in the nation. As I said, 0.49%, not even 1%, which is absurd because they do make their money in other things in Denver. Also, someone asked, like, what are additional costs should I consider when buying a home in Denver? Great question. So for first, you have closing costs. The closing costs, like a low fee charge by lenders, is about 0.5% to 1% of their loan origination fee. Appraisal fee to market value homes between $300 to $600. Home inspection fee runs between $300 to $500, depending on square foot of your home. Title insurance protects the buyer and the lender from potential disputes over the property ownership, which costs about $1,000. Escrow fees manages between the closing process between $500 to $1,500. Then you have the recording fee when you transfer the property to the county. It costs between $50 to $200. These fees, there's a lot of fees for closing costs. If any question about closing costs, leave a comment below and I'd be glad to break it down in more details. Another thing you have is like ongoing costs. As I said, property taxes is 0.49%, less than 1%. Then after that, you have home insurance, which is required by lenders to protect your home against damages, range between $800 to $1,500. Then you have PMI, which means private mortgage insurance. If you pay less than 20% for a down payment, you have to pay PMI. And HOA fees as well. If you live in a condo or a townhome association, it runs between $200 and $600. So these are the fees that will cost you to purchase a home in Denver. Another question someone wanted to know about the market prediction, like what do experts predict for the Denver real estate market in the next few years? As I said, people are just moving to Denver here because of the robust job market, outdoor lifestyles, the quality of life, an increase of inventory gives buyer more options of buying homes. And as I said, with the market of Denver, as I said, like Denver or Colorado, it's grown. Like Denver's a growing city, and there's so much what Denver has to offer, and there's a lot of land in Denver or outside of Denver that they are building because of some new job opportunities for people to work. And as I said, like people figured out the Denver metro area because since the pandemic, and they need a place to live, and they're like, why are we paying high taxes in these areas if we don't need to live there and we can work remotely? And with property taxes being so low in Denver, people are like, all right, my dollar could stretch a lot more further in these bigger cities like LA or San Francisco or Chicago or New York or DC. And people want to have more land. They don't want to pay high property taxes, so they're moving to Denver. Another question someone asked about, are there any upcoming developments or infrastructure projects that could impact property values in Denver? As I said in the previous question, Denver is a growing city, and they're doing a ton of construction and find a way to improve public transportation. With Denver growing, as I said, by me living here for about 5 years, I've seen they have reconstructed I-70 to make it a lot wider, to make it more wider lanes and 25, because with the population growing, they're starting to add more and more lanes. I know public transportation is not quite there yet, but they're trying to find a way how public transportation should be a lot better so people could, jump on buses, take the light rails for them to go to other cities, because the city is growing and no one expected Denver to grow this much. And when the pandemic happened and people saw what Denver has to offer, now Denver is growing, it's booming. And if you go like the downtown Denver area, like the Rhino, the Loda area, you see a bunch of cranes in the city, like at least 20 cranes up, because they're building lots of apartments, condos like lots of housings for people. You see lots of new shopping malls and new commercial space, like places for people to buy food. Like everything's just growing and growing and growing. And this stuff is gonna happen in the next 5 to 10 years. They have so many. Also in DIA by Aurora, they are building lots of homes in that area because it used to be just land, but now they're building homes. They're building more places for people to live. So the Denver metro area is just growing, 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 and it's exciting because growth is good. And if you're a person looking to move to Denver, relocate to Denver, have any other questions, leave a comment below. I'll be glad to show you what Denver has to offer. And thanks again for watching my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe at Living in Denver, Colorado. And thanks again. I'll see you soon.